Hey, it's Mel from Mini Mel Media, and today I'm going to be talking about the top 10 things that annoy me. Number one, when you're just sitting in the classroom, you're chilling, you're doing your own thing, and then your teacher goes to erase the board, and she just leaves this one streak on the board, and you're just staring at it, and you can't focus on anything else. You have no idea what she's saying. You're just staring at this one streak she left at the board. Then you look around and you see some other people are getting annoyed by it too, and you're all just staring at this one streak on the board. And then eventually there's that one kid that speaks up, and it's like, yo, you missed a spot. That kid's always my favorite. Number two, you're just doing your own thing, maybe talking to someone, or just vibing by yourself. And then there's that one person that walks up to you and says, why do you always do that? Like, can you stop? It's so annoying. And it's like, bro, I literally just saw you do the same thing 5 minutes ago. Number three, when you're at a party and you're talking to a group of people, or even just talking to one person, and they just completely ignore you, aren't even aware of your existence. And you're just there, it looks like you're talking to a ghost. Some people might be looking at you like, why is this girl talking? But literally no one is listening. You could be like, yo, I'm having a heart attack over here. And no one would care. And then eventually you just start poking the person and you're like, hello? And they're like, you're still here? Of course I'm still here. Where do you think I went? Now what's even worse than that is number 4. When people decide to just start talking over top of you. Like you're trying to say something important or just tell a story or tell someone about your day. And you're like, yeah, so today I went to the store, and then somebody else starts talking. Either they heard you and they don't care, or they just start talking over top of you. And you're trying to yell, and then they start yelling, and everybody starts paying attention to them. And you're just like, okay then. And then you wait for them to finish, and then you try talking, and then somebody else talks over top of you. Now to build off of the last two is number 5. When someone says something and you're trying to make a joke and be that funny person, and then nobody hears your joke except that one person. That one person in the whole group heard your joke, and then they steal it from you. And then they say the joke. And then everybody loves them, and everybody laughs, and everybody thinks they're so hilarious. And you're like, they just stole my joke. Number 6. Okay, I don't know if this is just me, but I have this weird thing where if someone's walking around and the bottom half of their shirt is just rolled up and they're not aware of it, it drives me insane. Like, I can't stand it. If I see a teacher walking around with their shirt like that, that's all I can think about the entire class. I have no idea what she's saying. I'm just staring at her shirt. Number 7. Alright, this one I may just do to myself, but when I hear someone talking and I notice that they start saying a word constantly, for example, okay, if I hear them saying okay, that's all I can hear. The entire time they're talking, I'm just listening for when they say okay. So they could just be talking, they're like, yeah, okay. And yeah, now I need you to do okay. And then okay. And then sometimes I just start counting how many times they say this word, and then I lose count because that's all they're saying. I can't stand it. Okay? Number 8. We've all been here. You're laying in bed, and then you remember, oh, I need to go do something. So then you stand up and you go to do that thing. By the time you leave your room, you're like, why did I just get up? And then you stand there for like 5 minutes trying to remember what you were going to do. And then you give up and can't remember. And the second you turn around and walk back into your room, you remember. So then you walk back out to go do the thing. And then you forget again. So then you're just stuck in this constant cycle of you going back and forth for like 10 minutes, forgetting what you're doing. And people are just looking at you like, why is this girl glitching? Number 9. When people touch your stuff. Now, touching their stuff, that alone is just beyond irritating. But when people actually pick up your stuff and then move it, and the worst part is they don't even tell you they did it. So then you think about that object and you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go pick that up. I'm gonna go find it. And then you go looking for it and it's nowhere to be seen. And you walk up to the last place you had it and you're like, I know it was right here. I know I didn't touch it. Somebody must have moved it. And then someone's like, yeah, I moved it. And you just look at them, you're like, why would you move it? And then they don't even put it anywhere reasonable. They put it in the most strangest place. And you're like, what in your right mind would possess you to put this thing here? Bottom line, leave my stuff alone. Number 10. This one, I think we've all been here too. You know, you're having one of those boring days, you don't really know what to do, and so you start messaging all these people, nobody's replying to you, you're on your phone all day, and then towards the end of the day, you decide you're going to go watch a show or you're going to go do something. So the second you put your phone down, you walk away and you hear like 50 million notifications going off. And then people decide to start talking to you. Or you go to sit down on the couch. And then just as you're about to sit down, someone's like, oh yeah, can you go do this? It's like you've had like 5 hours. So yeah, remember to subscribe, hit that like button, tell your friends about me, feel free to share the video, and please go check out my other videos. If you didn't think this one was funny, maybe you'll think the other ones were. I don't know, I think I'm kind of a funny person, but it's okay if you don't. Anyways, bye!